right, so we're coming down the home stretch on this 70 Chevelle front end. I've got one more piece to put in the middle there on the bottom. I've got that in my hand. And like I was saying the other day, GM puts part numbers on everything. I don't know if you can see. There's a part number right there. All right. And that's 395-8326. And it looks like they would stamp it every 16 inches or so, because out on the end here, there's a partial part number there. Interesting, huh? So they would probably bend this to a certain shape, probably the U shape or something, and put the notches in, and then they would put the bends in or the curves in or whatever else. But it was interesting. And I also got a great question yesterday on YouTube about, what's the right part number on the grill. And I'm going to show you where that's at in a sec. So we got them all on. I ain't going to kid you. It takes a little shoving to get these corner pieces in, and they don't want to go. Of course, you're going to, right there, they're going to push on and hold on, and you're going to hopefully get it over there. I mean, the fit is what it is on these things. But I've got them pushed on there, and they're not going anywhere. So let's move on to the SS emblem. Before it gets too sunny, I wanted to show you that to help me build out this cowl induction. It's always helpful, and all the other pieces underneath the hood, it's always helpful to have a model. So I brought over my 72 Chevelle convertible today, and of course it's got cowl induction on it. So there you go. And now I can see, how to hook up everything from, the vacuum pad, this screen back there, the washer nozzles. So, and then I had to order some of these little flaps here, rubber flap seals. As you can see, my hood is a GM replacement. So I understand my car was restored somewhere in the 90s, but this helps me figure out what bolts to put in here and whatnot. So yeah, how to put the screen on there. So it's going to be a nice little model to follow. Started on the washer nozzles here. So one of these washer nozzles has a little kind of up clip there, or so it fits right nice and neat in that little indentation. And then the other nozzle has a little pin that goes down in this hole, and then the screw that goes in there. So all right, and then we got a little plastic piece here that's going to hold your wire and your vacuum. And I got to search for some little rubber pieces that go there. So like I say, I can come over and look at this as a model and see what I'm looking for. Mike's going to open up this logo. First time in 50 some years. Oh, it's got dust. Now he's bleeding.
Nice cut.
It's got dust.
Oh, shoot! Boy.
And hopefully it's still good. Oh, let's see. Has it got any? Oh, it's got some little goobers on it.
It's got some shelfware.
Some shelfware. Now it's got blood on it. All right. It's going on the car. So can you guess which is real and which is a reproduction? Boy, it's really hard to. And we saw Mike take one out of the box yesterday, which was a GM original, never been open box. And then this on the left is a repro. So one of the things I've always looked at is how deep inset is that, and boy, they look about the same as far as that goes. As far as the notch for the clearance on the grill, it looks very, very similar on that side and that side. But when you, and you'll notice, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this is just a little bit duller finish on the repro than what this is. Okay. And then if you flip them around, well, let's look at the pins here. Pins look very, very similar. But if you flip it around here, this is what starts to tell you. You'll start to see there's a little Chevrolet logo up there. And there's a part number 9553 with a W. And then there's another, oh, there's the actual part number. The other thing was probably for molding. So let's see if I can read that. But I don't have my glasses on, so hopefully you can read that. But that's a part number. And then if you look over here on the repro, you'll see, you won't see those markings. Okay? So very, very close. But the distinguishing eye will be able to tell. All right, it's kind of nerve-wracking putting it on there because it comes so close to hitting here as you push it on and rubbing, and you kind of got to be mindful. And notice that little crooked notch in there on this side. So I don't think I have it on upside down because there was only one way for this to go. And then I've got the GM little speed nuts there, and then I've got the correct bracket. All right, so let's get that on there. Just to show you, this is the original logo that came off the car. And I know you probably can't see it real well, but it has the Chevrolet logo I talked about up there, and it has the part number. It's really hard to see. I mean, look at this one's seen its better day, but who knows? Somebody can restore it out there. So we'll set that aside. The other thing I can't seem to track down, a new one, is the Chevelle logo. Okay, and here's the mounting bracket for the Chevelle logo. So I'm going to do my best to clean this up. It's not too bad. And of course, I got the SS emblem on there, and I'll show you the back end here. All right. So you've got a couple speed nuts to go on there, and it's a challenge to put it on there. I'm not kidding you. But little interesting fact on these, where these goes. I can't remember which. I think that goes here. But on the Baltimore cars, they really slid them way over to this side for whatever reason. I've even seen them overhang the little elbow there. So we'll work on this one a little bit, try to get it a little better. And there's a lot of pitting on this piece. I might actually have to put a little filler on it so it looks nicer. But this is what you deal with on these 50-year-old cars. It's the grill we took off the car. And if you look on the other side here, this is to me, it's a much darker blue than what we have over here. So I think it was repainted at one point. And I don't think this is the original one because we've looked all over, down in here, across through here, out on the ends here, and I don't see a part number. And I believe that's where we saw a part number on this grill. But I'm going to have a hard time now that I got it on there taking a picture of it. Let me see if I can. Okay, here's another real interesting one that Patrick Glenn Nichols always talks about. And this is the differences between the two hood pin sheaths here that go on the hood. And here's one from, I actually bought it from Osley's as part of a kit, but it had a National Parts Depot part number on it. And then here's an original one I think I came across out in the garage. So this has got a 7/8 inch hole. This has got a 3/4 inch hole. And if you look really close, you can see that the holes are beveled here and they're not on here. And then on the, you also have a separate little plastic piece that goes with it. And I think I got that for that one too. So, interesting differences that I'm pointing out to show you that we're putting the right one on the car. That one, the bigger one. Okay, we're moving right along on this hood, and I've been having a hard time tracking down these little 1/4 inch head screws. We've got one more to go, And then I started trying to put a screw in here, and there's so much body filler in these holes that I got to tap, and I'm going to tap that out. And that might be something you have to deal with after the hood's been painted. And then I did track down these little push tabs that hold in that little seal we talked about. I got the seal on order. Oh, and yesterday we were looking for stuff, and I found this really, really nice backup light, or license plate light. It's already plated, and it's a GM guide, and I'm going to replace the one I got on there because it's kind of so-so. And then I found the big rubber pads that go over here. So just like every day, looking for parts. All right, I better finish up this because the gang's coming in here. But here we go. We got the Chevelle emblem on. That's the original Chevelle emblem. So if it's a little tattered and torn, oh well, that's the way it's going to be. It tucks in here. It's 1, 2, 3, so it's right in the middle on the bottom. And on Baltimore cores, they were shoved all the way over till the pin hits that. And then I went ahead and used the original mounting hardware back there. So you can see I actually put some body filler on that so it would look nice. So there you go. That's how that goes in. All right. So that just about finishes up the front end on this SS Chevelle. Well, I guess we got a bumper to put on.